Peace, 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 peace. Give thanks for life. Um, yeah, give thanks for life. Um, I was over here in my heavens thinking about some heights. You know the vibes. I get to meditating. I get to thinking. And, I say I'll come on here and share with the ones. The build. Yeah, give thanks. Give thanks for the moment to build. So I was thinking to myself about how culture has culture and tradition, how culture and tradition has turned food into entertainment, right? And with food being entertainment, or with food becoming entertainment, that has a very large impact on the health ramifications. Or should I say, there's a lot of health ramifications. Saying that word too quickly, right? It's like I'm saying it wrong. Ramifications. Most of the health ramifications that we face are the results of food becoming entertainment. So, in nature, food is not entertainment. Food is not fun, Food is not, it's social. Food is definitely social. There's nothing wrong with food being social, but it's the socialization that's fun, not the food. Humans have made the food the fun part, and the socialization has become very dramatic and negative. Even when you're having a good time, it's usually doing something negative that's going to cause harmful effects on you, and that's what you call a good time. But for the most part, the social gathering doesn't be positive. It's a lot of gossiping and chatting and arguments and bad vibes, bad gossip, arguments, heated, heavy, stressful, anxiety-filled debates and a lot of disagreements of how, even after the meal, they argue about how the bill should be split in many cultures and things like that. But I want to say that there's a connection between the fact that even though your food is a social thing and you use it to entertain yourself, the entertainment turns very negative in the course of the evening, and at some time in the course of the night, most times the entertainment gets negative to some degree, whether it be physical, emotional, psychologically, just morally or whatever the case. So I'm gonna say that toxic, overstimulating, complex food is what causes toxic, overdramatic, complex relationships. It's a coordination, it ties, it goes together, it's hand in hand. You're eating complex food, you're eating toxic food, you're eating heavy stimulating foods. You know what I mean? But the stimulation of these foods is causing you to have, chemical reactions and complex digestion, which causes fermentation, which causes so when you have yeast and starch and sugar in your stomach and it ferments, guess what? That causes alcohol. So y'all drunk and don't even know it. Y'all over here, you're like, why? How come after dinner Uncle Timmy always start running his mouth all crazy? 'Cause he drunk. He done ate chicken, potatoes, and Kool-Aid, and it's in there. It's fermenting with the hot dog and candy bar he ate earlier. He's drunk, so he's talking off the dome. You know what I'm saying? They're drunk. They're intoxicated. They're irritated. These foods are irritating their mucosal lining. They're in a bad mood, and they don't even know why. Because all that putrid, rotten stuff in there, festering and maggots, and you toxic. So your mood is toxic because your food is toxic. That's what I want to say. I want to say that your mood is toxic because your food is toxic. Yeah, mood is toxic because your food is toxic. You eating greasy, fried anything, you're gonna have greasy, fried relationships. You know, but seriously, I'm being for real. It's a connection. It's a connection between your gut and your brain. So obviously, what you eat affects how you think, right? It affects your mood. That's deep. This is science. So you don't think that if you're eating overstimulating foods with complex digestion and complexity. What's complex? Complex means difficult. Complex means hard, right? You don't want hard relationships. You don't want hard relationships. You don't want complex relationships, but you keep eating complex food to cause difficult digestion, to put you in a mood that makes your relationship become hard and complex because you're in a mood in your gut, creating a mood in your mind, creating a mood in your heart. You're already on edge, and people are going to naturally, you know, things will happen naturally that if this same indiscretion, if this same um if you was bothered or offended by this person for any reason in a clean state of mind, you would handle it differently. You wouldn't elevate it. You know, you wouldn't be triggered to lash out and elevate, causing them to lash out and elevate. You know, and now y'all up here when it could have been a simple thing. It didn't have to go way up there. But y'all toxic. Y'all toxic and irritable because of the food y'all have. Y'all gotta clean up your systems. Y'all gotta clean up that 30 feet of intestines. And a cleanup though doesn't come by just drinking a green juice in the morning and then eating a whole bunch of tofu burgers and avocados and stuff at night. You know what I mean? You gotta take a sacrifice. You gotta empty your stomach. Then after you empty your stomach, you gotta empty your intestines. You gotta empty it. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. And if you can't empty it right now on your first go round, then you gotta scrub it out with fruits. Like you gotta scrub it out. You gotta do like at least 21 days of fruits. Straight fruits, no fats, no avocados, just high water juicy fruit. You gotta do at least 21 days minimum just to start to get up in there. But you gotta go harder than that. You got many ones pushing fruit feast right now, and I'm gonna do another video soon getting more into the fruits. Just want to talk some more about this idea of fruit fasting. Because real talk, we say fruit fast because we're so toxic and overstimulated, and our palates are so accustomed to having such such stimulating things that fruits is the idea of fruits is a fast, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into what fruits really are the next go around. But for now, I just want to talk about the reason why you're having problems all throughout your life is because you're having problems in your stomach. It starts here. We truly underestimate how important this is, hand to mouth. What you do here and what goes on in here, man, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, listen to me. It goes in here, and that blood hits your heart, hits your brain. Toxic. Now you can't handle simple things because he's toxic, she's toxic, you toxic, they toxic. So y'all all just making stuff go way more amplified than it has to be. Start by cleaning out your stomach, and then you will clean out your heart. It's connected. Give thanks. That's it.